at the Winnipeg Arena. Scott Russell along with Carol Angelo Orchard and Karen Larson for the Pacific Alliance Gymnastics Championships. Last chance to make an impression in the men's team and individual all-around competition. There are the leaders, the Chinese men. Here is Xing Aowei, who hopes to vault his way to a medal.
And it's a one-shot deal. One vault, one score, and it's gonna be a good one. That's an Ethiopian start value 9.8, so the judges see it as a valuable vault, and he loved it.
Talk about the expressive Chinese gymnast. Here's Xing Aowei.
Beautiful entry, looks for the ground, stays right in between the two lines. No deduction there.
Led through 4 rotations, 9.450 for Xing Aowei of China. There's Blaine Wilson, the United States, and he's got his arm iced. Looks like he's pulling out of this all-around competition.
He's got 2 problems. That's ice on the shoulder and on the wrist.
So Blaine Wilson will not do the high bar. Lu Bin of China now to the vault.
Lu Bin is an excellent vaulter. The entire Chinese national team is so good at this. Absolutely picture-perfect form in the air. Coach is delighted. Front 1.5. The judges are going to have to struggle to find a deduction on that. It's out of 9.8. Even in slow motion, legs glued together, they're straight. A slight 1 to 2 tenths on the landing, but that's it.
Well, the Chinese have used all their depth. 9.6 for Lu Bin. Andrei Kravtsov now of Australia with a chance to nail down the individual all-around competition. What with the injury to Blaine Wilson, he goes to the pommel horse.
And this is a tough one to finish on, Scott. It's like the women finishing on balance beam. Beautiful control. He doesn't find this a difficult event to perform. But this is the one event that if you get out of rhythm, out of sync, if you get your center of gravity away from your base of support, there's no chance to recover. Beautiful flared spindles. Ooh.
Quite frankly, he's got a little room to maneuver because of Wilson's withdrawal from the high bar.
Ooh, but I bet his heart doesn't think that way. I think he sees that gold medal flashing before his eyes. It's going to come up to what the judges do.
Andrei Kravtsov of Australia on the pommel horse. Xing Aowei of China would be his closest competitor. Wilson has pulled out from the high bar, and so he is no longer in contention. 8.95 is the score for Andrei Kravtsov of Australia. And so the final results, he had enough. Kravtsov takes the gold, Xing Aowei the silver, Lu Bin the bronze. China wins the team gold, Australia next. The U.S. in a shocker winds up third. They were also favored to win the individual gold. Here's Karen Larson.
Scott, Andrei Kravtsov of Australia is the men's all-around champion. Andrei, were you expecting the kind of performance you had here today?
I was expecting a bit better performance, but if, as you say, I come first, I'm quite happy with that, but not happy with my performance.
You had a little problem on the pommel horse. Tell us what happened on that.
That's a big problem. It's not a little problem. I was a little bit off balance, and then when I turned, I stood on my finger, and then I tried to pull it out, and that split second that I lost there, that cost me a fall.
Certainly it must be, though, a big international win for you here heading into a Commonwealth Games in a couple months.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest competition in Australia, and so I'm really pleased and surprised with my performance.
Well, good. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Scott, back to you.
Thank you, Karen and Andrei. The women finishing their warm-ups. They're next when we return to Winnipeg.